Good evening. I am KG. What's up, people? I am KG Kris Gardner, owner of the Houston Roundball Review. How you doing out there in the interwebs? Let's have some fun discussing the Rockets and your favorite owner, Tilman Fertitta, and his glorious comments that I guess soon, if they haven't already, will begin biting him in the butt. And I'm just talking about these comments he made at the end of the Coach Udoka press conference about one Kevin Porter Jr. In my 6 years of having this basketball team, there's no player that I've enjoyed more talking to off the court, even during the games, than Kevin Porter right here. I just want y'all to know that because I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. KPJ was the only Rockets player to attend Coach Udoka's press conference. The only one. That kind of surprised me, still surprises me. Usually at new coaches' press conferences, 3, 4, 5, half the team shows up, more than one for sure. But KPJ was sitting in the front row, and Tilman, no one prompted him. No one asked him about KPJ, but he said those words. In my 6 years of having this basketball team, there's no player that I've enjoyed more talking to off the court, even during the games, than Kevin Porter right here. I just want y'all to know that because I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. All righty. Maybe Tilman is a poor judge of character. Kook fans would say they'd agree with that based on what he's doing with football. But I digress. This is about the Rockets. So let me say hello to members of the Rockets family. Let's talk Houston Rockets, the LTHR family. My guy, my dude. Derek, how you doing? Those great words right there. My bad boys, Detroit Pistons big brother. That just brings a smile to my face and warms my heart. Correct Cuts, how you doing? Mr. 33 wins. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And of course, Solo Dilo, how are you? What's up to you? Jamon, yep. Remember when Fertitta also said he would win a championship with James Harden after being eliminated by the Warriors? Yeah. Corey Miller, how are you? Glad to see you're chiming in. You're feeling better. You've overcome those obstacles. You're hanging in there with us. Keep on pressing forward, man. Just do what you got to do to keep pressing forward. Terry, how are you from New Zealand? Chiming in. Correct Cuts. I'm not sure Tilman knows football. He knows how to make money, so I'll give him credit for that. But based on what he's doing over there at TDECU Stadium, you didn't know squat about that either. But yeah, all right. We're going to talk some good news. Thank you, Solo. Let's talk about this. We're going to talk about the Space City Home Network in a moment and a tidbit of news from about Dillon Brooks and Jeff Green. Oh, got Los chiming in. Listen on Facebook. Appreciate that, Los. Thank you very much. Carlos Quintero, who I've known for a long, long time, back in days at Rice, when he was over there at Rice. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about should the Rockets try and trade for Buddy Hield. Solo, since you started the conversation, who you got in mind to offer in return for Buddy Hield? Who would you want to give up? Let me know. But as Corey says, he sure as hell would fill a shooting void. No doubt. No doubt about that. These skills. Who are you talking about? The second best basketball team in the city? The Rockets? Rice? Because UH men's hoops is number one. But who you talking about? These skills? Who's number two? Second best team. Terry says trade Tate or KPJ. There's not a no. I'm not gonna say that. Anything is possible, but I'd be stunned. I don't care if it's just for getting off a bad contract, but I'd be stunned if another NBA team trades assets to acquire Kevin Porter Jr. from the Rockets. Be stunned. But yes, Buddy Hield is available. He and the Pacers basically have mutually agreed to part. And if the Pacers can get something better, get some assets in return, and Buddy can go to a team to help him win, all those, get him more shots, all those kind of things. You know how it goes. But yeah, it's nothing like James Harden. Buddy Hield has not called anybody in the Pacers organization a liar, nothing like that. So let's see. Correct Cut says he's not don't think he's needed. Solid player, but don't think he's needed. One of the Brooklyn picks. What else? Did I miss anything? Got to be more than that, right? Jason Tate. Who else? Who else you want to give up? A pick? Got to be at least one pick for sure. But yeah, heard that too. Malcolm Brogdon. I guess he has not communicated with the Celtics organization for a while. I don't know what happened there. But yep, Jay Sean will have to be included money wise. He's a locker room guy, good glue guy, coach's guy. Jay Sean days in the Rockets organization are ending, just not immediate. But for trade purposes, Jay Sean and a pick, I'd probably say if I'm the Pacers, I'd want 2 picks in return for him, for Buddy Hield. But question I have for you, I guess you bring Buddy Hield off the bench and just let him fire away. Just lead us in scoring off the bench, Buddy Hield. You let it fly. Would that be the mindset for Buddy Hield? Do you think Buddy Hield is a Coach Udoka type player? Know about that in terms of defense. Well-rounded. He's not bad. Defense, he's better. He's not a sieve like he used to be, but he's an offensive player. He's a 3-point shooter, 3-point threat, and he puts them up. Buddy Solo says Buddy would help a lot. I think it was Eco. Looks like Eco is writing about the entire Midwest division, not just the Rockets anymore, for The Athletic. So he's doing notebooks for all the teams in the division. Let's see. What is Buddy's value these days? If I'm the Pacers, I'd want probably for sure an unprotected first round pick, a rotation guy, and then we could just discuss, negotiate over the other first round pick. Put conditions on that pick. I'd say that 3-point shooter. He can shoot threes, light them up. He makes them. It's not like he's just a chucker. Correct cuts. We have Cam and Amin stepping up in KP. We hope so. More minutes and experience for Jalen too. KPJ's minutes leaves a lot of extra minutes for a lot of our projects. Well, if the Rockets traded for Buddy Hield, I think it would speed up phase 2 a little bit because he's a vet, gets things done, get buckets. I think that. Corey says he'd provide him in a ton more space than our roster can give him currently. Well, yeah, this part here, yeah. That's the part I think Rockets will say no. You have to trade for him, but Buddy wants a contract extension for top dollar. So I think the Rockets, they'd say no to that, definitely for that part of it. Solo, what do you think about that? Would you want the Rockets to give Buddy Hield a contract extension as part of the deal? And if so, what would you be willing to give Buddy Hield? Buddy, he wants some money. In terms of money, he's probably has a higher opinion of himself than a few other teams around the league. hey, he's a 3-point threat. He's a spacer. He spaces the floor. He knocks down shots. He's somebody that teams would not leave open on purpose. So but that contract extension. Yep. All right. Well, Terry, I don't know about this. Terry would rather play Aaron Holiday at the shooting guard. Mm. Yeah. Aaron's like 6 feet, 6'1". He's not the 3-point threat Buddy Hield is either. But I'm not sure how many minutes Aaron will play. But I touched on it. I'm going to go backwards in terms of my info to share. This info is just contract incentives for Dillon Brooks and Jeff Green. And Jeff Green, Uncle Jeff, is the second Jay Green on team. So some media, some colleagues, fans, got to stop doing just Jay Green now with Jalen Green and Jeff Green. Just putting it out there as well, or just say Uncle Jeff. But there you go. Jeff Green and Dillon Brooks have incentives in their new contracts. Brooks will earn $1 million if the Rockets reach the first round of the playoff this season. Green will receive $1.6 million if he plays in at least 55 games and averages 19 minutes per game. The bonuses for Green are considered likely based on his season, his 2022-23 season in Denver. What are your thoughts about that part there? But for Uncle Jeff, do you believe he's going to play in at least 55 games and average 19 minutes per game? I'm not sure about that part, but what do you think about it? I'll leave it up there. What do you think? Do you envision, do you want, that's a better question. Do you want Uncle Jeff averaging at least 90 minutes per game? Correct cuts. Mr. 33 wins. Incentives are nice. Gives extra motivation. Corey, 19 per game. I wouldn't expect that. Jamon, it depends on how well Sengun performs. LP has high expectations. A lot of fans, Rockets organization believes he's going to do well. Shine this year. Terry, so is Uncle Jeff going to be off the bench for Barry? I think Barry and LP. I can see Jeff playing small ball 5. I don't know about 3. Not sure about that. I think those days are over for Uncle Jeff. Correct cuts. I see Jeff maybe playing 50 minutes a game. And they're probably, I don't believe the games, the 55 games would be a problem. I think he could do that. I'm not sure about averaging 19 minutes a game. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Corey brings up a good point. I guess it depends on how much they plan to use Jock Landale. Haven't heard any word yet on how Jock is progressing from his ankle injury. But in similar, we have Landale, though. Why play Uncle Jeff? A lot. That's my thing. Yeah, 19 minutes a game, averaging. I don't see that happening. 10, maybe. I don't know about 19 though. I don't know about that. If he does that, then probably an injury has happened, or someone has really played or disappointed so far in their time in the season. But yeah, 19 minutes a game for Uncle Jeff this point in his career. Hope not. Okay. See if I can do this without messing up too many things. Let's see here. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit more about the Space City Home Network. And here, the rotation Rockets bench unit, Aman, Cam, Tari, Green, Landale. Oh, you forgot Jayshawn Tate. I think Jayshawn, to start the season, I see Jayshawn ahead of Cam Whitmore. I believe it's inevitable, clearly, that Cam will take those minutes, but not just yet. Not in November. Perhaps December, but not November. And of course, if you don't know, Rockets Media Day, heck, NBA Media Day for most of the NBA teams is Monday, October 2nd. Not many details have been mentioned yet from the Rockets about it in terms of location, time, all those things. They're probably still trying to figure out what to do with KPJ situation, the KPJ saga, and waiting for the league to do what the league's going to do first in terms of putting KPJ on administrative leave or however you want to phrase it. KPJ is not going to be at media day. Man, you talking about being shocked about that? No way, no how. Avoid that mess. Avoid that drama. Don't want to take any questions. Announce at the beginning of media day, Kevin Porter Jr. is not here. No questions about Kevin Porter Jr. Next. That kind of thing, I think, will play out. We'll see. But regarding Space City Home Network, few slides. One note's pretty telling. It's not what some fans thought, hoped. So, oh yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to ask about KPJ. I'm not going to do it. Heck, it's up to the Rockets right at the beginning, or put in the email to all the media. Kevin Porter Jr. will not be at media day, so don't ask any questions about him. And just put it out there for us ahead of time and leave it at that. All right. As noted last Friday's show, some of this info is via my man Jason Bristol at KHOU. But the Space City Home Network will be the new name for the network currently known as AT&T Sportsnet Southwest, owned by Warner Brothers Discovery. Astros games will also be broadcast on the network when their 2024 season begins next March. The network will operate as a traditional regional sports network, RSN, available via cable providers and via streaming options currently available. It's possible the Astros and Rockets will come together to launch an in-market Space City Home Network streaming service to allow in-market customers to watch games without a cable subscription. Other NBA teams like the Suns and Jazz have done exactly that after both of those teams left their former RSN homes this offseason. The Astros and Rockets did not, this is important, did not decide, as some other Major League teams have done when leaving an RSN, they have not decided to put their games on local broadcast channels instead. The clubs could make a higher profit by keeping their games on cable, but they must now negotiate with cable providers directly to secure the best deals for keeping Space City Home Network on the air. And I know for a fact that the deal is not yet done. I's still need to be dotted. T's still need to be crossed. Everything is pointing to that happening, but it's not yet a done deal. See no reason for it to fall apart, but still got to do some things. So basically, correct cuts. It's going to, for now, still be the same location of AT&T Sportsnet just be rebranded as the Space City Home Network for now. So no UPN, nothing over the air, nothing like that. Streaming and cable. That is how it is written, explained, and that's what they're working on. And I have hope, plans, once it's finalized, to have someone from, not the Rockets, but someone from, I guess, the new name of it, the new network, to come on either this show or one of my live stream shows to discuss it, answer some questions, provide some info. So I've already laid the foundation for that because I have an in over there. So just keep that in mind. So it's not yet a done deal. Once it's done, then hopefully someone will agree to come on this show, or Folks Talking Sports, or record an interview, or the Houston Roundball Review Takeover that's available on Roku. One of those. I got 4 different options for people to come on shows and discuss and share their thoughts and insights with you, the fans. So just keep your fingers crossed on it, and hopefully it'll get done soon. Hopefully they'll have a chance to make an announcement at Media Day on October 2nd and provide some further information about Space City Home Network and answer this question: what the monthly cost will be. I wonder. We'll see. I wonder if that'll be known by October 2nd. If it's the details are finalized next week, then hopefully I'll have that information for you guys with the guests to come on the show interviewed before October 2nd. So hopefully, like I said, everything is moving forward. We'll just see what all happens, when it happens, the time frame of everything happening. Correct cuts. I think Tilman will be at Media Day. That's why it's imperative for the Rockets, Tilman, the Rockets communications people, to tell us, media, in the beginning, ahead of time. Don't ask questions about KPJ. If they do that, then it'll be up to somebody to want to deviate or do it anyway, ask a question. They'll do it. So keep that in mind. Because I've been known to stir the pot a few times. I really don't care about KPJ as long as he's not a Rocket anymore. I'm not really concerned one way or the other. But Derek asks, let's see. If possible, will it still be time to go also on broadcast TV? Does not sound like it. The difference right now, so none of the rabbit ears, none of the antenna over the air, none of those days. It's still going to be cable. It's going to be rebranded. The AT&T Sportsnet will be renamed Space City Home Network. And plus that option, they're going to add the streaming component. And the price point for the streaming component is not yet known. Terry, correct. I did mention last week that Alp has grown 2 inches. A friend/source told me that last week. I had not seen Alp, but that's what, heard rumors about it, all of it. But yes, I've heard that as well. Yeah, I'm going to talk about this. Gil, Agent Zero. I think he's accomplished what he wants to accomplish. He got people talking about him, talking about his podcast, talking about his show. That's it. The price point, not even sure if the price point is accurate, about $50,000 for training Giannis. We know Giannis can afford it. Gil clowning Hakeem, clowning players for wanting to work with one of the greatest low post scorers in NBA history in terms of footwork and moves. I don't care if Dream's what Dream is, but 60. I don't know how old Dream is, but Dream's not playing. He's teaching Giannis, and I have a friend of mine who knows Dream very well. He's posted pictures of Giannis sitting down with Hakeem and posted a picture of Giannis and him. So Giannis is here working out. I'm not here, but Giannis is working out. So why not? What's wrong with Giannis wanting to get better and learn from one of the greatest big men of all time, who also Giannis grew up idolizing? What's wrong with that? I don't care what the price point is. Whatever. Good for Giannis. Because one thing, heck, I've been critical of Giannis and his lack of low post game. Imagine if he develops any of Hakeem's low post moves. Has a go-to move, low post move, with the footwork, with the dream shake, getting close. My goodness. Rather than just simply dribbling down and putting his head down and attacking the basket, hoping it gets fouled and finish at the rim. Come on, man. Yeah, Gil just, like I said, he just stirring the pot, getting people to pay attention to him and his show. We're talking about him. Good for him. Good for him. And the price point, was it Frank Isola, colleague, New York colleague? I'm not even sure at that point the amount is right. Who cares? Giannis can afford it. If that's what it is, it might be less. It might be more. The point is, Giannis is working with Hakeem, chose to work with Hakeem, who he grew up idolizing, to improve his game. I believe that's what fans want their favorite players to do in the offseason. Work on their skills, work on the weaknesses to get better. Add something new to their bag for each new season. What's wrong with that? So, yep, Gil's never been shy to speak his mind, and never been shy to do other things too. One reason he got out of the league with quickness. But anyhow, back to correct cuts. Yes, LP has grown 2 inches. Yes, yeah, at least. Yeah, from what I've been told. Yes, from a reliable source. Yes. So that's it. That Gil accomplished what he wanted to accomplish. Period. And if you are a skilled big man, why would you want to work with Hakeem on some low post moves? LP did it. And in terms of in seriousness, how many of today's big men, heck, go back 5, 10 years of big men, are as skilled in the low post as Hakeem was, as Kevin McHale was? I don't know too many. It's a short list because the NBA is so in love with 3-point shooting and all that other kind of stuff, and big men standing outside on the perimeter. So big man develop skills in a low post, get on that block, do it, make it happen, get it done. In terms of height, official height, what was it listed? Because quote unquote, the height listed at media day is supposed to be the accurate height. So whatever it was last year, I don't remember what it was. Add 2 inches. So if he was 6'10", 6'11", add 2 inches, maybe 6'11", so maybe 7 feet 1. Good for LP. LP learning low post moves. There's not enough skilled big men with low post moves. I don't have a problem with you shooting threes if you're a big man, but if it's time to get a bucket, you got an advantage. You got low post moves. Get your big ass on the block and punish people. But that's me and my old school mentality. So there I go. I have to look at the roster. I have it pulled. I don't have it. I have them probably on my website or somewhere. But the official media day heights. That's what they're supposed to be accurate. The NBA wanted teams to be truthful in their heights of their players about 4 years ago. Because previously, well, a little bit, some fudging of numbers. But, LeBron's been in the league 20 years. That's what I'm saying. It's not a long list of skilled big men on the block. I mean, heck, if Giannis adds first things first, if Giannis has had a dreamlike jump hook from the post, man, it's not a long list of guys, skilled big men on the block. Y'all know how I feel about that. Derek knows how I feel about that. Old school. I'm not going to change. I'm old. I'm not going to change everything about old school mindset and old school basketball because I think it's still the best school. I'm adapting. Heck, I've adapted with the live stream shows. I'm adapting with putting slides up, trying to adapt with technology in the 21st century and all those good things. Correct. LeBron and Kobe, footwork. Michael Jordan, learn from Gene, footwork. You don't have to be 7 feet tall to score in the post. If you got low post moves and skills and know what you're doing on that block. I agree with this. Giannis should have a jump hook. Not gonna have a jump hook. Those long arms, man. Yeah, put him with the. Come on, man. LP, Jabari, get a jump hook. There's different ways to score on that block. The up and unders, reverse, the inside pivots from Jack Sigma going way back, way back with the inverse pivot. Jack Sigma shooting off the glass, killing folks. Had old school defense like, the greatest team in the history of the NBA. The Bad Boys, ask any Pistons fan, they'll tell you the same thing. Jayshawn Tate, low post. You don't have to be 7 feet as long as you have skills and counter moves on that block. See, this is the issue. New comment here. Who's this name here? New name. Can't get it up. Can't pull it up here. Why are we? There we go. Everybody's chiming in there. And the 50 grand, we don't know if that's accurate. That's an old quoted price. Could be less, could be more. Who knows? Are the Dreams post moves still relevant in today's game? They should always be relevant. That's my point. Because to me, if I can back you down, if I can get you at 10 feet and in, and my success rate 10 feet and in is 65, 70%, I'm going to work rather than hoping I make threes at 33%. Yeah, threes more than 2. And again, low post game. This is what a few people, not saying you, but a few people just like don't acknowledge. If you have an effective low post game, teams have 2 choices. They can let you kill them on that block or double team you on that block, and then you do what? Kick it out to your open teammates and knock down open threes, which means you still get 3-point shot. Your choice. If I got a skilled, Steven, how are you doing? Thank you for joining. If I got a skilled big man, a skilled wing, who just gives teams the business on the block at a high clip, teams are like, damn, we got to do something with this dude. We can't stop him. We cannot let him kill us on the block and get us in foul trouble and go to the line and still get 3 points. We got to double, send extra bodies. Open it up for open threes. I mean, that part of basketball should not go away. Just stand around 3-point line shooting threes all day long. Oh, three's more than 2. Yeah, duh. Jabari, he's just not active on as active. He's working out, getting it done. Thank you. You said it better than me. The fundamentals don't change. You still want to have the most effective ways to score. And I want as many effective ways to score, and that includes low post scoring options. That's all I'm saying. That's all I've said. I'm okay with the mid-range game as long as you shoot them at a high clip. I don't want you taking mid-range shots and you shooting 40%. I want, DeMar DeRozan, CP, those just like it's buckets. 55, 60% higher. It's buckets. Low post scoring. Buckets. No, they don't. NBA players, especially not as many. And there's a reason for that, probably. And you just go with the flow on that one. Solo, you're probably right. I hope you're wrong. But you're probably right that social media probably has some impact and affects the way players play. Probably. Heck, AAU is part of it as well. AAU skilled big men, they don't even bother putting big men on the block. That's why he's not a big man, but that's why Kenneth Lofton Jr. had an impact. His weight, his size, but his skills and moves on the block. He gave opponents the business. He gives opponents the business. That option of basketball should still be there. I didn't say all that about bruisers, Ostertag and Lambeer and all those guys. I mean, Bill Lambeer did not score in the post. Bill Lambeer was a 3-point threat. He was outside. He was a perimeter shooting big man. He wasn't a low post big man. That's who James Edwards was for Detroit, the low post option. I want skilled players who have more than one way to score. Don't just confine yourself to one thing. Add to your bag each summer. 3-point threats, go around the world on the perimeter. Score on the block. Score your left hand. That's a dying art in basketball, college and pro. Your offhand, let's put it like that. Your offhand, left or right. If you're left-handed, your right hand. Right-handed, left hand. I kill dudes in the playgrounds with my left hand, my offhand. Kill them. Just kill them. Kill them. Let's see. Do I ever see KPJ playing again? Unlikely. But never say never. He's going to have to make amends and prove that he's learned from his mistakes. And first, look in the mirror and acknowledge he has anger issues. My colleague Willie Gibson said it on our Folks Talking Sports show on Sunday. Willie mentioned a few more incidents that KPJ did while in Cleveland, which I didn't know about. So he shared that with the audience. Young fella got problems. Let's see. Perhaps, Stephen. Perhaps. And also, the investigation really on both fronts, from the police side as well as what the NBA discovers, is going to play a large part in this as well. I agree with this. I think I said a little bit last week. He's going to have to go overseas for a little while and prove he can be reliable. Truly, he's going to have to prove that. And he's going to have to be willing to do it. And not just take his $60 million this season and be comfortable with it. Because if that's all he wants to do, then he'll never be back in the NBA, in my opinion. If he wants to have a shot, then he's going to have to look within, get some help, go overseas, and become a better man first. That's what he's got to do. Okay, let me see here. There was something else I wanted to talk about. I saw it in a comment. This is good. Friday, and again, the show's on Friday. Get you a mug. I don't have one myself, but the LTHR mugs are available. This is my Houston Roundball Review mug. Click on that shop button, depending on how you're watching on YouTube, or just go to the Linktree Houston Roundball Review page and click on those links and shop via Bonfire and purchase some merch, some Houston Roundball Review merch, and or some Let's Talk Houston Rockets merch. Join the LTHR family. Join the family. But shows on Fridays for a little bit longer, because Saturdays during the Cougs football season, we got a sponsor for the Let's Rage Cougs shows. So that's why we're going to have those shows on Saturdays. And I moved the LTHR shows to Fridays for a little while. And Dana Holgerson is flaming out over there. What's season to be done for the Cougs in December football. So moving back probably in December, or maybe the last week of November on Saturdays. All right. Let me know, Terry. Let me know you're coming over. Let me know. Come to a game. Mr. Willie Gibson, I just gave you some shine, Brother Gibson, for the knowledge you shared with us on FTS about some of the other Kevin Porter incidents that he had in Cleveland, which I did not know about. So thank you for that. Correct cuts, man. That's what the cup is for, man. Your favorite adult beverage. So this is your favorite adult beverage, whatever that may be. Right now, just got water in there. So yeah. And Garage Guy, thank you for the comment. That's well said. KPJ gone. Rockets getting more mature by the day. And I'm going to put this up for those who are joining within the last few minutes. Comments from Tilman at the end of Coach Ime Udoka's press conference. If you missed it, Big Sarge has it posted the version of it on his Twitter platform from way back when. But this is what Tilman said about KPJ, who was sitting in the front row of Coach Udoka's press conference. In my 6 years of having this basketball team, there's no player that I've enjoyed more talking to off the court even during the games, than Kevin Porter right here. I just want y'all to know that because I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. Ouch. Ouch. So, fans wondering why the Rockets gave KPJ the contract extension when they didn't really have to ahead of time. Those words from Tilman kind of give you an indication of why. So let's keep that. It's, Rafael. Yeah, Rafael. Tilman is Rafael's boss. Yes. You can question about Rafael. Heck, based on what Willie Gibson shared with us, some of the things that KPJ did, the Rockets should have known about before they acquired him. Might have given you some teams pause and not trade for him, but they did anyway. Low risk, high reward, and here we are. So, all right, where's the question? Steven asks, eventually, yes. Since KPJ is gone, Cam will get more minutes. I still believe Jay Sean Tate initially, Corey, Willie Gibson, Jay Sean, a Buckeye from the Ohio State, will get minutes early in the season, November. Now, of course, if Cam lights it up and proves he's a better player and all that kind of stuff early, training camp, the team, Rockets have been in the Bahamas for their team bonding moment. So they've been, not sure if they're back yet, but I know they've been there, bonding, working out, getting used to each other as teammates, as men. Let me see. Oh, I saw that correct cuts. Let me see. All right. Any insight on who the Rockets were bidding against to give? No, no one. Not for that money. No one. No. I'm sorry, Jay Amon. I've heard nothing else. No. For that money, no, nobody else, as far as I know. Correct cut says, Tilman, if you're watching, he's not watching. Tilman doesn't want to have anything to do with me. Please sell our team to a competent owner, please. I say that about Tilman because Tilman knows I'm not a Hogerson fan. Tilman knows he and I don't see eye to eye on many things. And on my shows, my platforms, I don't hold my tongue. So I'm quite sure he has not watched my shows. He may hear about my show. He's seen me at UH games, Rocket games. We just pass each other in the hallway and keep it moving. Any comments from Tilman? Nope. Brother Gibson, no comments. No comments. No one, no comments officially. I think Rafael still made a comment, basic generic comment. That was it. Nothing from Tilman. Preseason schedule starts. Let me see if I still have that up. The slide available. But it starts. Rockets have 4 preseason games. I know we discussed it earlier. I'd have to find it. But yeah, it's preseason. Let me see here if my computer cooperates with me. Cross your fingers and toes. But Rockets got 4 preseason games. Let me see if I have it. No, I got the in season. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll bring it up next time. But yes, it starts in October. And correct cut. You ready for some games, right? You ready? Yep. They cut it down. 4 games, no longer 8 games. Get to start the regular season earlier. So it's not a lot of preseason games, but training camp starts, like I said, media day is October 2nd. Training camp starts October 3rd. So it's here. Basketball season is here. I'm happy to say. Basketball season is here. Basically, it's here for us. So everybody, be excited about it. The Rockets preseason schedule, October 10th, home versus Indiana. October 12th, in Birmingham against New Orleans. October 16th, at Wemby and the Spurs. And then October 18th, also against the Spurs. Is that right? Oh, they got 5 games this year. That's got 5. That's right. Then October 20th, home versus the Heat, Los Heat. So 2 in San Antonio. Wrap it up October 20th, Friday, October 20th, against the Heat. So Pacers, Pelicans, Spurs, Heat. And then it starts for real. And that's when all the fun begins. And then, of course, we can talk about, and I know y'all are excited about the inaugural NBA's in-season tournament that takes place in November on those Tuesdays and Fridays in November. I'm sure y'all are just thrilled to pieces about that, like me and Willie Gibson. We're just excited about it, so much so that, yeah, I can't even lie about all that. Yeah. And the Rockets' home opener, well, season opener, is at Orlando on October 25th. Then at the Spurs on the 27th. And then the home opener, when I see Fawn Udoka, is Sunday, October 29th against the Warriors. So open the season at Orlando on October 25th, October 27th at Wemby in San Antonio, and then home against the Warriors on Sunday, 6 p.m. start, Sunday game against the Golden State Warriors. Dwight Howard, Terry, Warriors said, no, Dwight, we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to wait via Shams. We're going to wait until possibly during the season to see if you want to add a veteran big man to the roster. So no to Dwight right now. Dwight's probably going to, not probably, still going to try to land a spot with a team in training camp. Good luck to him. I think it'd be better for him to just wait once the season begins to do that and find a good fit for him. But Warriors said no to Dwight Howard for now. That may change. I doubt it, though, but who knows? What else, good people? What else? Willie Gibbs, you got anything to share about KPJ or the Cavs? Are you noticing my man, Devrick Grant, a fan of the Detroit Pistons, a Bad Boys fan? Great to have Devrick chime in with his words of wisdom on the show that make Rocket fans here on the show make their eyes roll in their head like, oh my gosh, this show's become Pistons talk. No, just Devrick wants to change the topic momentarily. That's all. Good question here. Do I think Alp starts? Yes, he will start, but spends a lot of minutes running the bench unit. I hadn't thought about that. I really thought about that. Running the bench unit. I'm going to say no. Let me think about, okay. Bench unit, Amen Thompson, Jay Sean Tate, Kent Whitmore, Tara Eason, and then either Jock Landale or Uncle Jeff. I'm going to say no. Have the bench guys provide a different look for opponents. So I'm going to say no right now. Although using him with the bench guys, he could run the offense from the high post and help Amen run the offense. So that's a good point. And that would help Amen's growth and development as a young player. Something to think about. It's a good idea, Terry. That's a good thought. Good thought. That's what we have here on this show. We got smart fans. Rocket fans are smart. Most of the LTHR family are fans. They're not fanatics. But if you are, it's okay too. But most of the LTHR family, they do have objectivity and don't just throw out this outlandish stuff. This stuff makes no sense. But where was it? I saw the correct cuts comment. He's excited to get these 33 wins on the board. Well, that'd be lower than me because I got the Rockets topping out at 36. ESPN folks say 29. So you're right around the middle of that. So we shall see who's right. 36 seems kind of high, but that's the high end for me, 36. But, it does. It would make sense for Alp to run that bench unit. He's not sure. Greg Cuts is not sure the fit with Fred and Jalen. We shall see. Jalen more than Fred, but still, I think Alp running the offense would be more fluid off the bench. Derrick, he's been consistent. He's sticking with that 40. Predicting 40 wins. That's playing opportunity right there. I don't see that for the Rockets this year. Be a great year if they do. 40 wins, that's an 18 win improvement. That would put Coach Udoka in the running for Coach of the Year. Garage guy with the question: do I think Jalen will get his contract extended early, like Anthony Edwards? Well, Rocket fans, Rocket members of the family here, kind of forgot about Jalen for a while. It makes sense from a Rocket perspective. I'm not sure if Jalen would want to do that though. Not sure. Not sure. Maybe. Get that money now. From a Rocket perspective, we'll see. Lock him up. Get that extension. Oh, got another new member to the family. Look at this. Like this. Spread that word. Spread the word about the show. 45 wins. Is that Cheryl Harris? Welcome. Why wouldn't Jalen want to? He just want to wait. And what's the rush? Rockets got him for, as a rookie, first round pick, 4 years. Restricted free agent, he's not going anywhere. Really, what's the rush? Gonna get paid regardless. And let me do that. I need to do that. I need to remember to do it. Let's see. When new members join the family, I need to salute. Not that. That's the wrong one. But that's nice too. I like that little touch. It's like a welcome. But this. So welcome to everyone new. Get that clapping for you. I'm saying collapse. The clapping for you. Don't be a stranger. And of course, as a new person, me as the host of my own show, I've had members of the family give me this because of some comments this summer. So that is an option as well. Okay. But clapping is the vibe here. It's all love here on this show, on the Let's Talk Houston Rockets shows. Thank you very much, everyone, for chiming in. The new family members, come again. Don't be a stranger. We're going to do a show again, probably next Friday, the 29th. Be just a few days till Media Day on October 2nd. I wonder, probably the league by that point on the 29th will probably have made an announcement regarding KPJ, because there are, I think, at least 2 NBA franchises who will have Media Day on the 29th because they're playing overseas. I think Dallas is one of those teams. Probably the NBA would want to get the Kevin Porter Jr. stuff, the administrative leave or whatever, when you want to call it, punishment, decision, whatever, by the 29th, before the 2nd. Not even bring it up on the 2nd. But next Friday, same time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, Brother Gibson. Terry, I keep forgetting what time it is in New Zealand around this time. What is it? I keep forgetting. Is it 15-hour difference? It's the next day. It's the 23rd in New Zealand as Terry is watching the show. Salute to him for chiming in, as always, to discuss the Rockets here. Solid comments from Tilman Fertitta that he made about KPJ back in April. Reminder, the little tidbit of information about Uncle Jeff and Dillon Brooks with the contract incentives. Terry says it's 1 p.m. on a Saturday. So what is that? That's 17 hours. 8 p.m. Yeah, wow. Okay. All right, let me see. Here it goes. Last thing. Jeff Green and Dillon Brooks have incentives in the new contracts. Brooks will earn $1 million if the Rockets reach the first round of the playoffs this season. Uncle Jeff will receive $1.6 million if he plays in at least 55 games and averages 19 minutes per game. The bonuses for Green are considered likely based on his 2022-23 season in Denver, averaging 19 minutes a game with these Rockets. I do not see that happening for Uncle Jeff. Most of the family does not as well. We shall see. So that's how we're going to wrap it up. I'm looking forward to Dillon Brooks, Tari Eason, and Jabari on the floor together, just giving opponents the business and pissing them off with their hustle and aggressiveness and toughness and all of those good things. Until next Friday, September 29th. Thank you to everyone. Correct Cuts, Terry Agent, Cheryl, Devrick, Solo D'Lo, Willie Gibson, Carlos, the folks chiming in on the Facebook platform. Outstanding. Garage Guy. Who am I missing? Scrolling through. Who am I missing? I want to give everybody some appreciation. Jamon as well, as always. Steven Fernandez as well. Appreciate everybody for your time, because I realize you don't have to do this. You're taking time out of your lives to talk hoops with me and other members of the Rockets family. Appreciate it as always. See you next Friday, same time. I'm trying to see if I can figure this out, do this right. Tell your friends about the channel. Tell your friends about the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. Yes, it is more than just the Rockets. Cougs, interviews from coaches. Got a few other interviews lined up the next few days. Not going to say, but one's not going to say anything. Has some ties to ESPN. Working on that. Hopefully she'll give me confirmation on that in a few days. Get her for next Thursday on the Houston Roundball Review Takeover that streams live at noon Central, noon to 1 on this channel, as well as on Roku. Yes, on Roku. Houston Roundball Review spreading out, branching out. Help me keep hitting that rock, as Coach Kelvin Sampson said on this YouTube channel weeks ago. Everyone, take care. It's much love, as always. Appreciate it. from the bottom of my heart. Really do. Thank you very much for your time. Be good to yourselves and each other. I'm out.
Game over.